So I really like the Mass Effect games, and if people know me, they really seem to know that. But the co-series that kind of goes along with it is they've made Dragon Age.
I played the first one a bit.
I have only brought myself to beat the second game once.
I've heard the second one, everyone's really mixed on that.
I cannot do it. The second game, so the first game is about, it's about stopping
it's the origin,
blight. It's a big, huge, amazing story. The second game is about some fucking loser
Hawk
person,
or something?
Hawk, who goes into a town full of this race that you've never heard of before, and they don't really explain well. They just come into the town and it's just this big, huge problem, and the story's segmented, so you don't really get the whole idea, and then the game's over.
Yeah, what I've been told basically is that some people liked 2 more because they thought it was better streamlined for like console players and stuff, but for like the more hardcore RPG guys, they loved 1 and hated 2. And I never played 2. I've played the first bit of Origin so many times I'm probably never going to play the game again. Like, that's my problem, is I start a new file every time. So I've played every Origin story, and I've played up until you do the tower. Like 1,000 times.
Up
like
until
when
Ostagar, yeah.
Actually, no, a little bit past that. I've played up until you get into the first town and you get like Sven or whatever his name is, and you get to the end of that little town, and that's where it kind of branches out. I've gotten to that exact field right after you get Sven a dozen times easily, and twice I got farther than that, which the farthest I got is I resolved the whole. No, I didn't even resolve it. I got to the Blood Mage shit, and then when I gave up in the Dreams section both times. I know people have created mods just to skip the Dreams section. It's such an annoying and universally hated part of the game. And I eventually just watched a playthrough of it. I just watched Fraser from Video Games Awesome long haul the game, because fuck it, I am not doing it again. And I bet you if I really gave the game time, I would like Origin, but something about it, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I hate the second one, and the first one is just brutal because the origins themselves are interesting, but then after that, the game is just kind of the same for everybody, and it's really boring. The branching out stuff is it's cool, but I don't. Meh.
Papa Frank XX, or I guess XX Papa Frank XX wants to know: is Song Request on?
I don't know what Song Request is. I don't know what you mean.
Secondly, Kieran123, the guy who had a issue earlier, clarify. Yeah, he wants to know what us chat poll.
I don't know what that means either. Sorry.
Probably what is chat poll, like a poll for the chat or something.
I'm still not entirely sure what you mean. You're gonna have to clarify the question for me. I'm not sure what you're asking. Also, the guy who's asking about Song Request, whatever that is, looks like he already left. I don't see him on my viewer list. Although the viewer list does take a minute to update. Alright, let's do this, Brendan. I think this is the last heist you haven't done yet. This is another one from Payday the Heist.
It's uncanny that there's another user in your chat that's called XX Ninja Neko Chan XX.
Yeah. It's a popular thing to do. So, if you stick around to the windows too much, you might get caught early, but you can see there's a dude in white shirt down there. We need to wait until the deal happens. This is basically time where we can run around and prepare the building, get planks and stuff, so we might as well.
Oh,
it's not super important, but you can.
They put their own little logo on the desk.
Once we see him with the info, basically, police show up, he gets scared back into his limo, and then we have a crane grab it.
Did you see the little the overkill, almost, it's just kind of like a statuette.
I don't think I have. Let me come to you.
It's on the desk in the main room.
Nope, fuck. Yeah, this layout changes a little bit, I think. Oh, wait. Yeah, it does. I've had a hole in this wall before. There. Actually, no, I think the police blew through that wall. Where?
Right
Oh, I see it. The little bomb thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Go get some planks.
That is a cool addition.
I'm looking for more planks for you.
It said Mr. Stir, and I thought it said Mr. Satan.
What's the difference?
No.
Mr. Satan is cool.
That's a good point. Oh, I got a crowbar.
He's the world champ!
I don't even remember what you can use a crowbar for in this heist.
You beat people to death with it.
Yeah. Actually, is there a crowbar melee weapon in the game? I'm pretty sure there is, but I'm blanking on it. There really should be.
There probably is. Whoops, somebody saw somebody.
Sorry, that was me. I'm good.
You
You can board up
big.
air vents.
Whoa.
Jericho says you can blow through the wall too. I did it with the China puff.
Oh. Yep, police arrived. Alright, our crane's gonna take care of it.
Shadowbolt says, I remember Brandog having an actually really good Mr. Satan voice.
Yep.
I have not been able to recreate that voice.
Yeah, I don't remember what episode it was. I remember trying to look for what episode it was when he got it really good so I could find it for Brandon so he could hear it and kind of get an idea of how he did it. But I just couldn't find it. I believe it was Legacy of Goku 2 is when he first really got it good. Because there was a lot more
like,
Mr. Satan in that game than there was Boost Fury.
It was like the first time I did it that you really remarked on the fact that it sounded...
Yeah, I think it was the very first time. I think it was like him outside of his house addressing the public or something early in the game.
Probably. Something like
Alright,
that.
so first we need to get him out of the limo.
Oop.
This won't take long. It's
Crowbar.
only about a minute and a half. Good music.
Wazam says, I think you can blow up certain walls with anything explosive. I don't know about HE, though. Haven't tested yet.
Oh, I actually forgot I have HE on. Let's check. Oh, you can! That's useful. There we go. Now we've got an express lane back to our computer. I like how it blew out the wrong direction, by the way.
Oh yeah, we are going to use the computer a lot.
Yep, we gotta take him to the computer, tie him up to there. Oh, there are planks in the room that we're sawing in, if anyone needs more.
Yeah, I got tased. From nowhere that anyone would be able to see me and tase me. Cool.
Waku says, I want to say Brandon got it good around Gohan's bean scene. Probably
That's a
referring to
terrifying description.
Probably, it's still in regards to Mr. Satan voice. Like,
Probably.
when he did it accurately.
Still better than Brandon's Mr. Bean scene, which is when he just went eerily quiet.
What?
It's a joke, Brandon.
Laugh,
but
damn you.
I don't know what you mean.
Mr. Bean.
Yes, I know Mr. Bean. He's an idiot.
He's awesome!
No.
I can say for a fact that when you were talking about Mr. Bean, that MSX probably was thinking of some other guy who went by the name Mr. Bean in Mario Kart Wii hacking days.
Oh.
He was a very popular hacker, and I think he's doing stuff with Mario Kart 8 now.
Son of a bitch.
Hacker bad hacker or hacker good hacker? Like, was
A
he
good
fucking
hacker.
with people, or was he just, like, making mods and having fun?
Making mods and having fun, primarily.
Okay, I like that kind. Alright, so we got the guy. Take Taxman to transfer room. Yeah, we're basically holding him hostage to get the codes to the National Reserve. Unfortunately, we can't tell him to go the fucking shortcut I made.
Well, of course not. How would he know how to go that way?
If you're not around to keep yelling at him, he drops down sometimes and takes forever to get back up.
Just play his
Limping.
chains.
Get the fuck up! You know they actually added more voice clips for Chains after like 2 years of the game being out.
Bummer.
So Chains finally has more things than get the fuck up, which is why many people have actually stopped using him with their Inspire builds.
Well, I would have. Boycott that shit.
I'm pretty sure that Guy stopped using him for Inspire as well.
I'm pretty sure that Guy only runs builds that are just dead presidents, so...
Yeah, just to make us hate him. Careful with any kind of grenades or anything like that, by the way. You just have to keep yelling at him to get him to give us codes. Careful with any grenades or anything. The last thing we need is the, all of the windows busting up and then losing our cover from snipers, because sniper fire is a big problem here.
Rearfin wants to know, is it still 2 heists for each person or 1?
It's still 2, but I think next time I stream this is going to be 1. But I think the stream's going to end right after this heist, because my throat's getting a little sore, and it's 1:30 a.m. And I don't want to fuck up my sleep schedule too much.
It's 12:20 a.m.
God damn it, you're right.
Out of nowhere got incredibly tired.
Yeah,
MSX,
I'm starting to feel it a
what time is
little. I actually don't remember what state MSX lives in.
He's
I
from
know I
California,
used to know.
but he's currently living in Colorado and going to school in Colorado.
I think I still was under the impression that he was in California. Could be
And
wrong,
now he
though.
says it's 11:20 p.m. God damn it, MSX, get it right.
God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Got cornered by shields. God damn it. Still barely took any damage.
$7.20 over in Sweden.
Well, it's always
I
420
don't
somewhere.
believe you. Like in Jamaica? Like in
It's all-
Vancouver?
It's always 420 in Vancouver.
Yeah, it is. For a fun fact, if anyone doesn't know, Vancouver's main export is weed. In fact, I believe it is... Isn't there some crazy statistic like Canada is the United States' largest weed supplier?
Canada
Because
is
of
also-
Vancouver?
Canada is also Colombia's biggest weed supplier.
I did not know that. So does that mean that Canada is actually like the world leader in selling international
Yes.
weed? I did not know that.
I
I knew that we were the biggest for the States. I didn't know it was just straight out international.
Because we have the actual most optimal areas to grow weed.
I can understand that. We've got very fertile land, so... And a lot of it.
And we buy, and we import a lot of, like, drugs from Colombia. We import, I think it's a lot of cocaine from there.
Yep. Well, Colombia's kind of got a monopoly on that.
But basically, like, drug dealers here will sell, like, them weed for cocaine. Because it's...
That's
'cause
so
cocaine to
weird
them-
trade.
Because cocaine to them is, like, it's worthless.
Nothing. Yeah, but
they
I
make
know
it-
that in a lot of the Latin American countries, weed is kind of a like somewhat rarely used drug.
Yeah, because they don't have the earth, they don't have the kind of earth to grow it.
Yeah. So
So-
it's like I remember distinctly like weed is really popular amongst pro wrestlers often because like it's a safe way to de-stress basically. And stress is a big thing when you basically live on the road, you know? So it's a relatively safe way to do it, considering back in the 80s you would have just been popping somas and then you die of heart failure, which happened to many wrestlers. A lot of wrestlers have died from somas because they didn't know that, you know, it's a muscle relaxant that's very strong, which means over time your heart will stop beating. So instead they do like weed and stuff now, which is way more safe than somas. But in Mexican wrestling, it's very common that like wrestlers will just like, after your match, you just go and do a bunch of cocaine. That's just a popular thing. But weed, like, you're looked at kind of weird if you do it. It's weird.
Well, it's just because, like, in Colombia, weed is more expensive than it is here.
Yeah, obviously. Because it's easy to get here.
Yeah.
And before anyone asks in the chat, because I know someone's going to ask, no, I don't do weed. I don't do any recreational drug unless you count drinking alcohol. In which I do it very rarely when given as a gift, basically, because I don't really have the money to buy alcohol anyway. Although I will probably be drinking this week because Fatima's coming by and we are going to celebrate. So we're going to have a bit of wine. Maybe a bit of rum because I think she has some left over.
I will not be drinking this week.
I'm proud of my joke in the chat. Someone
File
asked,
export done.
someone asked, how do you export porn? And I was using Premiere earlier, so I was like, you know what? Let's make an editing joke. File, export, done.
Yeah, how do you like Premiere?
I'm liking it. I still don't have it on my personal computer, so I have to rely on a Mac lab on campus. But, yeah, I like it.
I love Premiere.
Yeah, I've used Premiere like ever since I started editing, because in high school they had Premiere Elements 7 on the computers, and then I jumped from that to Premiere Pro in late high school, and I've never ended up going to anything else after that. I've never had an issue with... A lot of people have had crashing issues with Adobe products. I actually never have, which is weird because apparently it's actually quite common, but I guess I've just never had a computer build that it particularly didn't like.
I haven't had one crash either.
If I was able to run Premiere effectively on this computer without it being moderately slow and it taking up a lot of my CPU,
Oof.
I would use it more often, but because my computer is mid-2012 MacBook Pro, it's not going to be doing me any favors, so...
Alright, you gotta make the jump, Bran. You
Once
can do it in full armor. I've done it in full armor.
Once I get a job or something, some sort of income, I'm planning to upgrade, like, immediately.
Yeah, and once you get, like, a new computer and shit, to get the entire Adobe editing suite and all that shit is a ridiculous price, but...
Of course.
To have constant access to every single Adobe program, which, by the way, you either pick one or all, which is insane, because they have, like, 50 programs, like, they have the most obscure shit in the world you would never even know that they had. They have it. To have a membership, or to have it, you can't just buy it one-time price. It's subscription only, and it's like 40 to 50 American dollars a month. That's a lot of fucking money! Especially in Canada!
At that point, I'd be more on the edge of wanting to either torrent it or mooch it off of an editing company that I may end up working for.
Honestly, I wouldn't blame you. I would go with the mooching way. That's how most YouTubers get it, honestly. I wouldn't blame you, but I've been paying for it, and God, it's expensive. By the way, Bran, you just got a team bonus. That's a very good item, or mod. It, put it on any gun you want. You can take it off if you want to later. And it makes it so you and everyone in your team gets 3% more experience from heists.
Cool.
So I put it on my pistol, because I have that with my medic build every time. So you can put it on, I don't know, your locomotive or something.
Already got it on.
Ballin'. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. Once again, for those of you watching this later on YouTube, if you want to join in live, play some Payday 2 with me, then all you have to do is add me on Steam and come to the streams live. The link is in the description. Join the Steam group too if you'd like to stay up to date on when I'm streaming. I tweet it out, but I also put out the Steam group invites, which people seem to find a lot more useful, the notifications on the Steam group, because that just kind of pops up as long as you have Steam open. And if you want to support me in what I do, you can either support me monetarily by donating money on Patreon, getting rewards and returns such as the Minecraft server whitelisting, or you can check out the description to get the TAD link, which is a phone application where you can watch advertisements that aren't in the way of the YouTube videos, and pay me way better than the ads that are in the way of YouTube videos. Until next time, have a nice day.
See ya.
Later.